44 players left, 32 minutes remaining on this time.
This is
Domo.
finals day.
Ooh.
Oh, misses the shot, but does connect up with the tactical AR. Very nicely done. That player had no health. Sort of at a disadvantage.
Yep.
A bit of a surprise factor here. Can he land a shot?
Ooh.
And it's timed right as the window opens. It's a little rainbow circle right there. I don't think we've seen this many players alive. A 40-man moving zone is about to happen here, guys. Sweaty hands, Dan.
Good job by Tracer to just get a kind of brief moment to breathe right there.
Random quad right there.
Yep.
Hanging out in the box.
Oh, man. Needs this a limb. There you go. Does get it. On the ladies, man.
I don't think I've ever seen an endgame here. This actually looks trippy. Whoa, TJ was trying to catch a real sneaky play right there, holding the wall down, fighting out of the dusty divot. You know, those rock terrains, there's so many random cliffs. As Maximus goes down here to X. X is in this game right now. Picks up that material. Good thing he didn't lose it right there.
Every time they get a box, look, it's a full 360. It's not just tunnel visioning on moving towards zone.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
turned around looking for the next victim, and there's two. 1-2 shots back and back to back. We'll get 2 eliminations. Shadow Bomb used now to get away.
3 players went down simultaneously, where I think the rocket did impact. This tree's like a worst nightmare here because he cannot see any players.
There he goes, there it goes. And now you expect the RPG to come back out here momentarily. Here it is, rocket comes through. 121 again. Sweat dropping in, it's X on the low ground. Sweat up top, Bamboozle quite weak. Sweat staying up top still. Now being ready to just aim on down X all the way in the zone. Now taking 40 storm damage. The drop in comes through. Sweat brilliantly done there in the end, keeping the high ground. No one able to challenge. No rifts, no launch pads.
We've seen a few upsets today on the boards. Players just barely knocked out. It's been quite the day of games so far. As Peace here looking to get this drum gun pressure down, and that's going to be JoJo who goes down to the drum. Those of you guys that don't know, I know you guys might have seen this Team Bloom all around. It's a bunch of friends that got together. Probably their gaming careers, you know?
Oh, for sure, man.
This Fortnite community really has been awesome.
I mean, the World Cup is arguably, you know, is going to be right there. I think right up there is one of the highest prize pools, if not the highest prize pool ever at a competitive game event. So, I mean, talk about pressure and the youngest players competing. We ran 2 miles for practice, and I was so slow that that's 8 laps around a track.
My gosh.
Everyone finished 8 laps already, and I was starting. That is true.
Taking a look here, it's spectacular. Story time, Recurge JD, as you get to peel back the layers here.
Remember what I talked about when you got 6 nades, you throw them all at once? Oh, gosh.
Yep.
Taste of his own medicine.
It actually paid off, though. He did pick up an elimination there.
Yep. Unfortunate, though, that the siphon, you know, the damage comes in.
Went to waste, he didn't see him.
He doesn't see him in the box.
Just reversing back and forth here. There's one. Nice 93 shot right there. Combat's so hard for long ranges to land these. There's still a player nearby. Right next door, does he know? Oh, yeah, that builds a telltale sign. What's he gonna do? Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine getting pre-fired by an RPG? That's a tough moment right there. Staying ahead of it. Oh no,
and he had a
window!
Into the window on Schlump, who had his own RPG. What happened? Pika's so
playing
out
his
of
own
this.
game.
Yeah, he's just.
Pika is literally playing his own
game.
I don't even know if Pika would take fall damage.
That's right. It's so held up. Andrew goes at a toe-to-toe, wins the trade-off against Justin. Just has the better combat shots right there.
And the more health, which I think helps a lot too.
Decides, is it time to go around? Shadow Bomb's out.
We'll do exactly that.
It's going all the way down with that Shadow Bomb. It's actually Saf. I don't blame him for backing off there. Hits Papo on the flick shot, but Saf is back for more. 77 Saf eats it from Andrew to the face.
Andrew now 77 total HP.
Top 3.
3 players left. Rockets still raining on down. Andrew knows there's 1 player nearby. He'll drop all the way to the low ground. Gets in the engagement with Storm. It's now Pika versus Storm. Pika on height. Storm, 0 builds left. We've seen this tale many, many times. Pika with a rocket launcher decides to go into the zone.
Perfect.
Rocket comes in, flawlessly played. Pika showing why he's atop the standings right now. 70 points.
and we have 39 players left, so still a lot of the lobby left to go. We are on the far east side of the map over by that racetrack as Golden is not Golden, taking it down there, going back to the lobby. No placement points.
My third favorite player.
Now every one of those elims matters that much more because you are directly taking away placements. You're taking away potential elims from these players. And when that happens, you can be taking money away from them.
Maybe we're going to get an interaction between those two. But Parm, get that high ground. You're going to have that redeploy. Should be pretty good, but the edit manages to take out Mekton there. And that is going to be the second elimination for Parm.
But did get his feet set and is going to be able to take the time to drink up those potions. Or will he, as he gets pushed into the box? But disgusting. So he has a trap up top with a Splode onto Ill Chase, and now Parm, look at him.
For it.
He's hawking that backside of the Storm. Persecute goes down, he fires 2 more shots, only gets the 24 attack.
For the opportunity to take those players out and reaps the benefits for it. Mortar's going to be out of the game. Diz manages to get the better of him in that exchange. A bit more meticulous with your builds and decide what you want to do, because now he's got nothing else to work with. He's going to push in and takes out DIL. That was just such a great heads-up play there by Diz, recognizing that you don't have the inventory to try and go after this, so you need to play to your advantages, whatever that may be. He goes in for the fight there, and he does manage to take out Parm. That should give him some resources, and Parm had one heck of a run, but it's going to be Diz on your screen, the focus point, and Tacos ate for dinner, and he's just going to be out of this one.
That was an accident. That was a complete and total accident. Dig threw a pyramid back above right as Tacos dropped down, and the pyramid blocked it off, so Diz was going to AoE it, and then Diz pushes forward, and he picks up Ryan as well. Brilliantly done from Diz. Not a single mat to his name, and a little bit of disrespect throwing out the bwomp, bwomp. And we're over by Lonely Lodge, where there's going to be a ton of extra resources in play, but Holix gets drilled the second he goes to poke the window open, and that's going to put him under pressure with not a whole lot to return fire with.
Yeah, not a lot of time for Holix to be able to use 2 minis. Only able to get 1, but doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. Gets the better of Lifty.
And he gets 2 campfires to his name, but another player
Another
in his box.
one.
Look at the edit.
Oh!
He free-held the edit and then walked right through it.
That was that trap that made a lot of noise. No reason for him to try and push that one. It was unnecessary. 2 eliminations for Holix presently. We're going to be in the top 25 for placement.
Waiting for that first jump, picks it up. Caraverdi there, he was in the top 3 as well, gets reciprocity triggered, and we get closer to that second placement threshold. You can see it on the top right if you need a reminder.
Wisely enough, disengaging, and then when it gets that brief moment to do so, does get out of this, but now he's going to hold this angle, and oh man, this player tried their absolute best. Why bother? I mean, you kind of answered the question for yourself there.
And he's getting closer to that final placement threshold. Limit low, picks up, Schmacktos is out. Caraverdi. Will he be able to find it? Smoke bomb does go off in his head. He finds Cracker Chan there as the other player goes down. Needs to be careful playing Loot Goblin, but Jarvis gets doored in, and we're so close to the top 5.
4 SP is going to go in for the fight, and you're going to have these 4 players here up above, and Jarvis just needs to play the odds here, play the high ground to the advantage, and look to pick up this victory royale. Caraverdi does get the better of artillery. Now we're going to be down to a 1v1. Limit low, though, sent back to the lobby. It's a 1v1 now. Verdi looking to run away from this one, and Jarvis is on the prowl, but Jarvis is going to be looking up, and Verdi's looking down, and this is not looking good. Verdi is going to get in front of him, and Jarvis gets the win. Oh, man. He went for the play, Verdi, but crazy stuff. NA West, like all the regions, certainly not disappointing. It's been a great day of solos Fortnite. I thought duos was hype last week, but this week has been insane with the games that we've been treated to. You're going to have some defense being mounted by the player that's right in front of Tschiiinken. Oh, and he's actually going to come right out. And, okay, hold that dynamite. Never mind, won't really need to use that one, but hey, you get you get those eliminations. It's all good.
Kind of unfortunate the first time he prepped the dynamite there. The player players, and now Lunar is trying to cement himself as one of those. Loadout right now has the rare combat shotgun, legendary heavy snipe, and AR, as well as stinks and minis. So lacking in terms of defensive utility, but has a lot of offense as he takes out I'm Truth there.
First placement threshold as well has been met, so players will be earning 3 points for sticking around in this game. There you can see it right there.
Utility or recycled utility, when you don't have any, what does that reaction look like? What are you throwing out there?
I know it's a nice feeling. Oh, and Jord picked off of the sky. Look at this, a little bit of duck hunt action going on there. Now we're going to be in 15 plates. More players are going to start to earn some more points here, Sundown.
And Licinio also got knocked out. Get in there and get playing and try. Week 9, the last week for solos. Week 7, your second to last one, and everyone's trying to capitalize.
I'll tell you what, though, if your mother is really good at Fortnite, credit to her. So moving forward, though, we're going to have a top 12 now. And if you are any player in this lobby, top 8 players remaining, you need to be very, very worried, because Scented is the kind of player that once he has his position, will simply not let it go. Literally only have to run out of builds or something like that in order for him to lose out on this.
Yep, speaking of running out of builds, Jeb FN running out of builds there. You can see him pull out his blueprints and nothing come out. So Scented.
Someone in front of him. Maybe Notch goes in for the fight. He's waiting for it. He knows this guy's going to try and force out because he's gatekeeping the storm. And that was Jaeyoung, who he read it. He knew it. He knew that he had to make a play to get out of there. So Nat just waited for it, but the shadow bomb goes out. He's going to take some damage for it. He's not being tracked for the time being. He's outside of the storm. No, he's going to pop up behind him. The absolute madman. He pops up behind him. He's maniacal. He's looking for another one, and he gets it on Z-Champ. But now it's a 1v1, and I mentioned it before. If you're going against Scented and he has the high ground, this is a tall order for even the best professional Fortnite players to try and overcome. It's coming down to the wire, and it could end at any moment now. Scented, is going to be in a bad spot. He's going to be very weak. He's got to stay alive here. Natch is going to be getting tagged. Scented over here, waiting for that moment for Natch to drop down, and it's Natch who gets the victory royale.
Scented ran out of builds there, was trying to hit the tree for anything he could, but instead, Notch. Dawn goes down, and we are one player away from that top 25. Shots are going off. Everyone wants to just outlast it. Who's going to fall? And there it is. Domo gets Garrett in a nice 4-point swing from him, putting him just under 50.
Putting that tactical AR to good use. The light ammo has plenty of it. You can see that. I mean, 270 plus there. Another elimination confirmed onto Kicks. And needs to just use some of the cover that's already going to be placed out. One player's going to be right above him, and he's going to chase this one, but oh no, and it's Chase who actually gets the elimination. An impulse nade play to go in and push up high. That was actually, again, you just don't see that all much. Typically, it would be like a smoke bomb or something like that. But hey, when you got to pick up something for utility, you got to pick it up. You have no other choice.
57 points. We've seen players on the mid to high 60s. Can he keep converting? Shots running up towards him. Does get the storm tick over onto Mewtwo. You are not the most evolved.
Wonderful.
You are not the strongest. Falconer showing it might be him as Kytrex goes down, as does William.
Brought down to 22 HP. Can he stay alive? And it's Epic Whale. But Epic Whale immediately cleaned up there. It leaves us now in a, what does it say, 1v1. You're going to have Soggies going up against a player in the ultimate low ground here. Health-wise, not too shabby. He's getting ticked, and it seems like his opponent tries to fake him out. They're going to fight outside in the storm here. This is going to work out to the advantage of Soggies, and it does! Fragile took the fight outside in the storm. Yeah, exactly. So 40R Storm, OG, and Pika. Congratulations, guys. You're going to New York City. Well, let's look at Pika's match history here and see how he did. Sundown, break it down for me. What do you see?
I mean, really,
50-50.
I see just a fantastic start where he kind of petered out, but it doesn't matter when you get that much of a lead. 19 points right away, following it up 8 points right after, 17 points right after that, and then again, 12, 14, I mean, boom, write it off right there. From that point in time on, he earned 4 more points, but the 70 in the first 5 games, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.